So I have woken up in the most populated country in the world. We are back here in Mother India, and never been to this city. We are in the ancient city of Agra, which is world famous for the Taj Mahal, one of the 7 wonders of the world. You can very faintly see it over there in the distance. And after I've been traveling now for a long time, and I haven't seen my mum or dad in over 1 year. So I have now been joined with them, and we are going to go around India and explore some of the places that I have been and some new places for me. So the Taj Mahal, never been, so I'm very excited to explore. We are in the Radisson Hotel, like I said, here in Agra, and it is, of course, very nice. There's no electricity in here right now, but yeah, let's go and explore. Namaste ji.
The second Mughal Emperor, Humayun.
And boom, just like that, we are at one of the kind of landmarks here in Agra. And yeah, it's definitely a different way for me to be traveling. Usually I'm a backpacker, using public transport, all of that good stuff, staying in hostels. But now being joined by my parents is an absolute gift. My dad actually works for a travel agency back in the UK. And so we are now doing a tour with his partners. Yeah, we're doing a kind of tour with his partners. So for me, it's staying in nice hotels, having a tour guide, having a private taxi take us around. It's very, very nice, and I'm very grateful to be able to be stood here. We are back here in India. I was last here a few months ago. Mostly I was in Himachal, and so it's really cool to be back. And this was actually built originally in the 11th century. And then when the Mughals, who were kind of these Arabic rulers who ruled over India, when they came, they rebuilt this. And you can see it's very big. And but only 25% of this is available for tourists. 75% is still going to be used for the Indian Army. So we're going to go inside, check this out. My first time here, so I am excited.
Earlier it was a bigger gate, but now they have fixed the gate over here. So this was fixed during the time of the British rule.
So as you can see, the entrance right through there. And then up here, our guide explained, there'd be people up here with bow and arrows, kind of defending the main entrance. Also one cannon over here and over here. So of course this was used as a defense. Right outside the front you also see kind of mortars, so there'd be water and things like that. I think you also said crocodiles, so that nobody could come in. So yeah, a big fort like this, of course, forts around the world, castles, things like that are used as defense. And so he even said people right at the top would be there with fireballs, just protecting this place. We just walked up here and you can see these little, I don't know what to call that, but basically hot oil would be poured through there and there'd be people on the top, archers with fireballs. So if anyone was to attack, of course all of this becomes very slippery and then they set it on fire. So there's a lot of methods here to defend this fort. You can kind of see the palace, or the fort walls over here, and this gorgeous building in front of us is the palace, so where they would live, and it is a mix of Hindu and Islamic architecture. Agra was actually the capital for 102 years, so most people will know Delhi as the current capital. So it was Old Delhi, then moved here to Agra for 102 years, and now it's back in New Delhi. And it is just such a big structure. You can see huge, and of course surrounded by multiple different layers of defense and different layers of walls. But here you can see that the detail is very, very intricate.
Beautiful. These are all the gates, all added.
So this fort was actually built by someone known as King Akbar, who was a Mughal ruler, and he is the first one to make peace with the warrior class of India that are known as Rajputs. They come from Rajasthan, and so he married a Hindu wife, and that's why you see the diversity of architecture here. That's why there's a mix of Islamic and Hindu architecture. Walking through, it's a little bit like a maze, it's not like a straightforward built, and that is for security. So the clip before you saw was the entrance into the palace, and that is where, you know, the security guards and things like that would be. But just looking around, you can see such beautiful architecture, you know, the stonework, everything is just so gorgeous. And so the builder, Akbar, would have made this architecture with the Hindu influence in mind to impress his wife, to impress his Hindu wife. And interestingly, Akbar is the grandfather of the ruler who built the Taj Mahal. You can also see it is full of people, you know, Indian tourists and foreign. Just there, as I mentioned, the Taj Mahal, we have a gorgeous view. I don't know how well you can see it, but very nice. And you have a big open courtyard right here. And you know, the same gorgeous architecture remained throughout the entirety of this. So we just walked in here, and apparently because the walls are so hollow, you can speak over there where my dad is and hear it from here. Oh yeah! That's so cool. You put your ear.
You say.
Hello. That's so cool.
Hi there. Can you hear me? Oh my God.
I've never experienced that.
I love you.
That's very cool. You can see right in the distance there the beautiful Taj Mahal. Again, you just see so much detail.
Confidential area.
So you can see inside of this massive building, right over here, would be something called the Peacock Throne. And this was double the price of the Taj Mahal, which is... yeah, such a huge, huge place. Just arrived in what is known as Baby Taj. As I mentioned earlier, this is my first time in Agra, so it's cool to see, you know, the differences of the places that I have been in India previously. You know, it reminds me a little bit of Rajasthan. You do have the beepin, which you'll find across a lot of India, but yeah, generally it's a new experience, which is always cool. So, as you can see, this is what is known as the mini Taj. It was actually built before Taj Mahal, but it serves as the same purpose. This is a tomb. It was built in between 1522 and 1528. And while a lot of, you know, big fancy buildings just like this with a lot of architectural kind of purpose and things like that were built by emperors, this was actually built by the emperor's wife. And as you see, this is a funnel, and it runs around the whole circumference. It runs to 4 different corners, and that is a representation in kind of Islam, which is, it represents the 4 pillars. So you have water, honey, milk and wine, but without alcohol. You see different kind of Arabic signs around, so yeah, very, very interesting building. Along the stonework you have different rubies and crystals, so it's really, really a nice thing to come and check out.
Yellow is the jazz festival, and this is a fossil show. Right. This is the riverbed. Now these doors which you see were all added during the time of British rule, because
You've got a different view of it.
Do they check? What's that? Taj Mahal.
I think you're not allowed vehicles within 200 meters of the Taj Mahal.
really,
Like polluting vehicles.
yeah.
Oh. There we are, standing at the backside of the Taj Mahal. As I said earlier, one of the wonders of the world, and to be here with my parents is very, very special. And we'll actually be visiting there tomorrow. This is one of the most popular places across all of India. And you see this in films, you see it in TV, you see a lot of people come here. And just to be staring at it is very, very special. Definitely you can see why the place we visited before was called the Little Taj. You see the big resemblance here, and of course it's very symmetrical and just, yeah, gorgeous.
Stored sometimes for a long period of time.
That is going to conclude the first day of our India tour. Yeah, exploring Agra has been really cool actually, and you know, it's a bit of a different style than the way I usually do things. Usually I'm fascinated by the history, the archaeology, architecture and things like that, so I like to study about places before I go. This time I don't really know much, so it's all kind of a new experience for me. Fortunately, our guide, very knowledgeable, and yeah, provides a nice experience. Yeah, and it's the first time I'm using a new camera, so we'll see how this turns out. But yeah, I'm excited. Tomorrow we will go to the Taj Mahal and kind of walk around. Of course, we got to see the backside of it today, which was phenomenal. Yeah, to see the Taj Mahal is, yeah, really, really special. So, thank you very much for watching, and we will catch you in the next one.